I don't want to make this video, but I have to make this video. I have a sense of responsibility still. I've been running into people this week, talking to my girlfriend Madison. Her cousin is starting to do this. She's got 2 friends that do this. DoorDash tier program. A lot of confusion around it. A lot of people confused. Regular drivers, part-time, full-time. I've talked about the tier program many times. I've made videos. I've given you my experience. This is going to be a conversation. I'm not going to show you one screenshot. I'm not going to do any of that. But I know what this tier program is about. So if you're confused, I need you to watch the video, take some notes, and I'm going to give you something really important at the end. Just hang with me. Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. So currently the tier program is different in some places based on what percentage you need. There's a lot of confusion though. People that have been doing this for a while are confused. Well, I used to be top dasher. Now there's a tier program. What does it mean? The silver, platinum. I want to get platinum. Can I get large orders? When should I drive? Should I do earn by time to get my AR up, Pedro? I need to have 100 deliveries in the last 30 days. It's a rolling 100 with the AR, but it's also rolling 100 with the amount of deliveries you do that will fall off at the 30-day mark. There's a lot. I get it. Am I going to make more money if I have a higher AR? Am I going to see better orders? Pedro, help me. Okay. I'm going to say something in these videos I've said before, but it still plays. It still is relevant right now. Maybe more than ever, because now we have more zones that are tier program and there's more drivers that are confused. Let me help you out. If you're in a tier zone, you do not need to take every order and get any, you don't need to be significantly higher than 70% to see better opportunities situationally. Let me explain why. If you're somebody that's like, well, they're telling me 70%, but if I get to 90, Pedro, does that mean I'm gonna? No, it doesn't. It means to get to 90, probably you're gonna have to take a little more trash out than somebody that's at 75%, because that's gonna be a very important number. I'll tell you why in a second. So don't feel like there's tiers beyond the tiers. Don't overthink it. Don't think that. I'm gonna use my experience and then other people that I've been seeing on YouTube and or my girlfriends as well. She dashes 3-4 times a week. We'll call it 3. And it's usually for 2 or 3 hours. Not a lot. She has good days, she has bad days. She does it at nighttime a little bit, during dinner. There are times when the first offer is great. There's times when the first offer is trash, the second offer is trash, the third offer is trash. Her AR right now is like 70, it was 71 or 72 when she started last night. She didn't have a great night yesterday, but there were other factors involved. The day before, the Monday, she did pretty good. She did pretty good. My point is this, and others. Once you get to that 70% and you're able to be platinum and you can get to your 100 deliveries, that might be hard for some of you part-timers, okay? I want you to get it to 75. This is why. Because you can get it to 70 and it might be a struggle, and you might have to take some trash, ones that you don't like, but you want to have the opportunity to not have to schedule and to see better opportunity, maybe get into the larger program, which can be beneficial. I'll get to that in a minute. But I need you to get to 75. You give yourself wiggle room at 75. That way, if you get to that point and the first 3 orders are trash, you don't want to take them. You don't. You're still, you decline those, you're still above 70. DoorDash will send you something good at some point, as long as your market allows. I know I'm not going to sit here and say market dependent. There's truth there. My point is, with a higher AR, you will see less trash. And the biggest thing I want you to take from this is give yourself wiggle room, but also don't have the app on during non-peak times. Work a different app. Work Instacart, Walmart Spark, do some Uber rideshare, Uber Eats, whatever. So if you're at lunchtime, part-timer or full-timer, turn that bad boy on at 10:15, 10:30. You know your market more than I do, but whenever lunch starts for you, turn it on then. Turn it off immediately after the lunch rush is over. Or if they start sending you a couple that are just trash, if you got other apps, turn it off, so your AR is not impacted as much. Do dinner time. If your dinner time's 5, some markets it might be 6 or 7, depending on your market, your demographic, and or your sunset times. And keep it on for those couple hours. If you're gonna work 5 or 6 hours a day, peak. Use your other apps to fill in. Your AR will not be impacted as much. Also, you can actually turn off in some select markets. You're going to have to do this yourself and find out if it's true. Turn off the shopping pays if you don't like to see them. If you see a lot of Dollar Generals and Aldi's and you don't like them and it's affecting your AR to fall below 70 and you're worried about it, turn it off. You won't see the opportunities. Now, you might miss a good one, but if you get a lot of Dollar General, a lot of Walgreens, and you're always consistently, more times than not accepting them and declining those, and your AR is dropping, and then you feel like, oh, I got to take this McDonald's now. It's $4 for 3 miles. But I don't want to. You might not have to as often if you turn the shop and pay off. Now, you decide if you want to do that or not, but it's an option and an opportunity to see less, but the less you see, the less trash you might see, and then the AR might not be as impacted. So that when you're seeing things, really you just need to do 2 out of 3. Right? You get the 3 order, really, in some cases, 1 out of 3, and then you get lucky and you get 3 or 4 good ones in a row. You can have declines and reach platinum. I did it. And the way I did it when I was doing DoorDash was I knew exactly when to have my app on, when to have it off, where to put myself next to places I like to do business with, and that was it. And as the trash started coming in, if I knew it was going to be one of them days, I got 2, 3, 4 declines in a row. Oh, you know what? Nah, I'm not playing with you today, DoorDash. You getting turned off. I'll turn it on again later, and they're going to send me something good at some point. But you will, in order to get platinum, you're going to have to take things that you might not have wanted to take months ago. You might have to take a 5 for 2 miles. Just do it and shut up. Just do it. Do it and thank me later. 75%, give yourself wiggle room. It's not that hard once you get there to maintain it. It's not. Now, the 100 deliveries is going to be where some of you are going to fall into whatever. Then you have to ask yourself, am I going to do earn by time and take everything for a day? I'm going to do 10 deliveries so I can get my numbers up as far as the completed deliveries. I'm not going to, that's up to you and your market and how often you work. I can't answer that. But you got to give yourself a little bit of that wiggle room. The climb to get there might not be fun all the time. Okay? But if you're struggling, you can't get on, you can't schedule, you can't do this. My girl Madison doesn't do 100 deliveries a month sometimes, so she's always having to schedule on this, but her AR's up. I believe she'd be able to have more opportunity, more earnings if she worked a little more, but that's not how we work together. Like, her time's limited, she does it just to get out of the house and have a little walk around money, and her situation's different. But I know a lot of full-timers out there that don't know what's up with this tier program, and they're like struggling to figure out, do I raise it, do I not raise it? I've heard of countless people that are in the tier program that might have adapted before, they backed the way into it or whatever. They are seeing less trash, and when they turn it on during peak times, the algorithm is rewarding them. And as long as you know when to turn it off, you can have a better experience with DoorDash. I've been talking about it for 1.5 years. I still believe that it's true. You're still going to see trash, but marginal, incremental, better opportunity and better orders here and there, and more plus signs, and having access to the large orders, there's a benefit to it. It will make your DoorDash experience better. Now, you can have a low AR and you can still get some caterings and things. There's other reasons that you might get those, but they're not going to be as much. If you got a Dasher in the same exact zone and one's got a 76 AR and they're active on the platform, the other one's got 16, the person with the 70% plus is going to have a better experience shift over shift. Now, that 18% AR person is going to get some good orders sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but they're not going to have as much opportunity, and they're not going to have, their earnings will be less over the course of the week than the person with the higher AR in the platinum zone. I just know it to be true based on my experience and others. So I know that wasn't helpful for all of you. I know it was helpful for some. I think if you're somebody that's in a new tier zone, that buffer zone, that 75% I talked about, that turning it off at certain times, I know you used to just keep it on all day. No. If you, that might work situationally, but it's not going to work out for you long term, because then you're just going to get buried in the algo, and your AR is going to, and your experience with the app, unless you're grandfathered into the large order program, is going to be trash. They're going to throw you some bones here and there. It's not going to be good. It's just not. DoorDash has everything set up for us to just deliver. The tier program is designed to keep you just actively engaged, whether it's non-peak time or peak time. My advice to you is Give DoorDash your time during peak times. And it could even be breakfast for you. You have to know your market and when the peak is. If you don't know it, you're going to have to figure that out. And then dismiss her the other times. It's kind of like, I talk about DoorDash being that crazy ex-girlfriend or that whatever. That's a little crazy and you got to deal with it, but then you liked her some things. Listen, that girlfriend we're talking about during lunch and dinner, she looks good. She's dressed up. She's in a great mood. She's had a great day. She wants to give you her great energy. Give it to her and spend time with her just during those times. And in the non-peak times, when you see the trash, that's when she's not really looking great. She's had a bad day. She don't want to talk. She's giving you crap. See ya, babe. Not going to deal with you today. And you leave. And you come back when she's ready to give you that good energy. And you're going to give her the good energy in return. Don't give DoorDash more time than you need to. Just give it the time and the opportunity when the money is there. And it will bless you if your AR is higher. It will give you more opportunity. It will give you better payouts. Some of y'all won't agree with this video, and that's cool. Some of y'all are like, hey, you don't even do DoorDash anymore. I know I helped a few of you, and I'm good with that. I've been running into people, man, you got to get back on DoorDash. In my comments, you got to get back on. We need you on DoorDash. We need you on DoorDash. I can still give you information and be here for the DoorDash peeps without doing the app. I feel like I can. And I've been seeing a lot of people talk, and my girlfriends asking questions, and this, and her friends, and I'm seeing people on YouTube. Oh my God, I'm platinum. I backed my way into it, but it's good. And now they're preaching high AR when they were super cherry picker just last month. I've been talking about this for a year and a half. There is truth to it. You find your own truth within your marketplace and the algorithm, and it will reward you. Not all the time, but even if you're getting one or two more profitable orders a day than the next guy, compound that over a month, compound that over a year, and occasionally, yeah, you're going to have to take a $4 or $5 going a mile or two. Yeah, I'm not telling you to take the $10 going 18 miles. No. Unless it's taking you back home. No. That's not what we're talking about. But situationally, there's ways you can manipulate the AR to your advantage. Okay, and do it the right way by everything that I just said in this video. I don't have no boards behind me. There's no fancy green screen. There's no screenshots. These are my words and my experience and others. Take them for what they're worth. But if you're confused and you're like, I'm not making money, implement some of these small little changes and come back to me and tell me how it went. I'm Mr.BetonYou. This is another DoorDash video. Yes, it is. I'm on my way home. I just did a long haul curry. If you saw my live earlier, you already know what happened. It wasn't fun, but I've had a blessed day, and I feel very fortunate. And I ran into some people, and I feel like I still have a responsibility in some ways, even when people don't think that they want it or need it. And I still feel that way, and if I feel that way, I'm gonna make a video about it. And I know there's a lot of confused people, so I feel confident that realistically, there's 100 people that will watch this video, maybe more, that will get something from what I said. We're not changing the world with this video. You're not going to be a millionaire by implementing these things, but I can help you with a little bit of that confusion. Because these apps are already crazy enough and they already play games. You just got to know what game are you going to play within the games that they're trying to play with you, so you can make good money still and have a better overall dashing experience if you want to continue to do DoorDash. If not, try another app. That's all I got for y'all today. I'll see you tomorrow. And the thing I said I had for y'all at the end, listen, this is not for everybody. If you really, I want you to look at your numbers tonight for the last week or month. Look at your profitability after everything's said and done and paid, and your car and this and that, and gas and insurance and depreciation or whatever you're spending, right? Look at that, how much you taking home. If you're not happy with that number, if you're a little surprised, shocked, like, oh man, I'm making minimum wage doing this, like, if you're surprised by that and you really know your true number, listen, this gig economy is going to get harder. You might need to get out of it and try something else. You might be better suited as a W-2. This kind of work, 5% of y'all are really going to be able to succeed. All I do with these videos is give you relatable entertainment and give you some things that have worked for me, and maybe you can be part of that 5, because most of us are going to struggle.